And it's the number 5 seeds, Mathias BOE and Carsten Mogensen of Denmark, up against the former champions, the number 7 seeds, CAI and Haifeng. So the Chinese pair, left-hander Haifeng and CAI, winners in 2005. Beaten finalists 2 years ago, lost out to the Malaysian pair of Ku and Tan. Surprising last year, lost in the round of last 16 when they were the number 1 seeds. Of course, they have been former world champions in 2006 and lost in the Olympic final in Beijing last year. Now, they really have had a very impressive run through to today's semi-final, including a victory over the number 2 seeds, the Danes Lars Borska and Jonas Rasmussen. Just 37 minutes for that quarter-final. So as far as the Danes are concerned, it's Mathias BOE who's the left-hander, 28 years of age. Carsten Mogensen, 3 years younger. Number 5 seeds here at the All England Championships, but this week their world ranking went up to number 4. They had a very tough first round, I can tell you. Guo Jingdong and Zhu Chen of China dropped the opening game there. That was 55 minutes in duration. And then take a look at that quarter-final against the number 3 seeds, the 2007 winners, Ku Kien Hiat and Tan Boon Hyong. Look at the scoreline, 21-7, 21-17. And I can tell you that opening game, I thought it was going to be a very, very tough contest, but the Danes played so well tactically, very astute. So Haifeng and CAI, we're looking at CAI. Been playing together since 2003, 7th year together, 16 titles in all. And this is their first tournament together since the Olympic Games. 2 titles last year, the Korean Open and the Thailand Open. 2007, probably their best year with 5 titles. Malcolm Banham of England, our umpire. Dave Hinton, our service judge. Well, this Danish pair won the Korean Open in January earlier this year. And in contrast, the Chinese, their first tournament of 2009. Danes often take their time, certainly within matches. So the former champions CAI and Haifeng do not be taken in by the fact that they're only ranked number 8 in the world, number 7 seeds here. This is their first tournament since the Olympic Games. First tournament together, I should emphasise, because they did play in the autumn. Came to Europe for the Super Series events in Denmark and France, but they played with different partners. Former world number 1s, former world champions, of course, an Olympic silver medalist last year.
Level.
So the Danes, the far side of the court as we look down, in the all-black kit.
Play.
Recent winners of the Korean Open Super Series. And CAI starts with an ace on the serve.
Carsten.
This the 3rd meeting between these 2 pairs. And the Chinese have won both the previous encounters. But it has has to be said, Paul-Erik, that the Danes have improved considerably over the last year. Of course, Carsten Mogensen has had his injury problems, 2 ankle operations, was out of the game for well over a year. And since he's come back, they didn't qualify for the Olympic Games. They were the 3rd-ranked Danish pair, and only 2 pairs were able to qualify. But they really have come into their own now.
They definitely had, and I think Carsten Mogensen really is showing that this operation is pastime and present. He's really been playing well. He's such a good control of the net game, Carsten Mogensen. So that has actually brought up their double pair to be one of the very best.
Yeah, I also think he has a very, very powerful smash. He's quite a slight man, and yet he generates so much power, and it's really coming from the technique of the way he hits the shuttle.
He's got such a good technique, and he's relying on that one, and he can truly do that because it is I would say maybe one of the best techniques in terms of the smashing area. Maybe only beaten by Fu Haifeng.
Expect to see some fast smashes in this match. Fu Haifeng, of course, holds the world record for 332 kilometers an hour for a smash that he played during the Sudirman Cup finals in Beijing in 2005. That's 206 miles per hour. No, missed it. Zhang Jun, former Olympic mixed doubles champion, on the coaching bench. Mixed doubles champion, of course, with Gao Ling, both in Sydney 2000 and Athens in 2004. Going for the change of pace. That's unusual for him. He usually likes to play himself into a match with the big, powerful smashes. He is a player that sometimes can get a little nervous on court, especially when the match gets very close. Smashes that we were expecting to see. Umpire having a word with the Danish players. 243. It's about 150 miles an hour. Been singing his praises about the quality of his smashes. Certainly hasn't found his range quite yet. Their first All-England semi-final. This is a big occasion for the Danes, and they will be feeling the nerves.
Service over. 6-7. Service over. Service over. 7-8.
Certainly from what I've seen of the Danish pair over the last 12 months or so, sometimes worry about the defensive weakness in Mathias BOE. It's an area that he's improved a lot, don't get me wrong, but I still think that at times he's too committed one side or the other.
9-7.
I think you're right about that, Jill. And one of the reasons I think is he wants to change the defensive too fast sometimes. I mean, he's really going for every possibility to reverse the defensive situation. And maybe sometimes that's the wrong decision to do. Normally in a men's double, you are in a position where the defensive is very much needed because such a hard smash is putting through from the opponent, and you cannot rely on changing every time. And he has been working on that part, and it's getting better, I would say. But still, you're right. It's quite single-wise the way his position is.
Yeah.
9-10.
Well-worked rally, beloved by the former champions.
On court number 2 now, we have women's singles.
Unusual formation for the Chinese pair. Usually CAI Haifeng is the one that likes to go forward.
China, Wang Yihan.
Fu Haifeng to do the big smashes from the back of the court.
The court officials for this match are led by umpire Mark Allen of England, and the service judge is Graham Cooper of England.
Twenty seconds. 20 seconds.
Stop.
11-9. Play.
Yeah, and the Danish coaching bench are pleased with that.
11.
No question in my mind. As far as the Danes are concerned, if they're to win this semi-final, it's got to be with the attacking play. Fastest smash of the match so far, 274 at 170 miles an hour.
What's up?
12-10.
Immediately giving away the attacking play by using the flick serve. Dr. Kang on the left as we look at them. He's president of the Badminton World Federation. And that's called good. Chinese don't like the call.
13-10.
Yeah, it was long, and in fact, the umpire has overruled.
13-10.
No. Hold it in.
Call, please. Sorry, correction.
Ah, well, there's me thinking he's overruled it. He just assumed that the line judge must have called it long.
11,
Clearly was
12.
long of that back line, and the line judge has called it in.
Play, please.
Yep. Just a fraction long, but quite frankly, when the players are smashing this quickly, the power of these smashes I, for one, wouldn't want the job as a line judge. Very difficult for them to make these split-second decisions. Back level, 12-all in this opening game. He wasn't going for power in his smash there, he was just keeping the shuttle going down.
Yeah, until now, I see Mathias trying to really get a steep angle in his shots instead of trying to force the smasher through, and that can be an advantage, I think. Then the interesting part is both pairs is really trying to get in position, having the offensive situation in favor, but both of them as well is not as good defensively as we have seen other pairs. So both is really trying to get on top of it.
Take off the top of the tape from CAI Haifeng.
14-30.
And when you have two pairs so aggressive like that, definitely the net game will be of very great importance. Both pairs will focus on that area,
On my left.
or the front court, so to speak. Great defensive shot from CAI Haifeng. Trying to make the cross in that position almost impossible, but he succeeded with it.
All the Chinese squad, of course, have been in intensive training camp, military style, we were told, military style training camp. First 2 months of this year, so this is their first tournament of 2009. And there are signs to me that whilst they are obviously physically very fit, that they're perhaps not match fit yet.
You're right about that, Jill. There are occasions where definitely this double pair Kaijun, who I think makes a bit too many mistakes and hasn't been working that much on that defense side, so they're struggling a bit every time Carsten Mogensen and Mathias BOE is in an offensive position.
Wonderful return of serve. Just seemed to brush over the top of the shuttle, guiding it down into that mid-court area, past the net player, well in front of the rear court player. Good attacking play. And once again, pack level. Too long.
17-16.
A wry smile from Chen Jun.
18-16.
Crucial stages, of course.
17-18.
Service over, 8-2.
Defensively pushing that too long. And once again,
18-all.
oh, there's really been more than a couple of points between these two pairs all the way through this opening game. Placement of the smash saw that Carsten Mogensen was waiting, committed to his forehand defence. Hit it down his backhand side. And his committed forehand. So 3 straight points has put a different complexion on this opening game now.
Service over, 11-3. Innsbruck.
Stepping into these mid-court pushes the Chinese pair so quickly.
20.
Make that 4 straight points to earn themselves 2 game points. Well, it was the right idea from Fu Haifeng.
19-20.
Good low serve. Fu Haifeng trying to attack it, but the serve, quite frankly, was too good. 20-all, and we will require extra points until there's a clear 2-point winning margin.
The
ebb and flow of this opening game. Having saved 2 game points, they have a game point themselves now, the Danish combination. Very good return of serve. Fu Haifeng has left the court. I thought he perhaps thought the game was already won. Certainly they've got their 3rd game point opportunity. And this time it proves 3rd time lucky. 23-21, the scoreline in a very close and tight opening game. Neither pair really able to dominate in any department of the game. So their confirmation of the score. The former champions CAI Haifeng and Fu Haifeng. Opening game 23-21.
后面第三个拿的很好，就过直线，一点他都没威胁我。放，尤其是手，还有就是哇，还坚持打他，就是要打他，他自己有点挥不准，有点现在，而且他的进攻，
Det er ved med at slå variationer, men lige nu der har de stået frem, og så har de ikke afgivet nettet. Så det er vigtigt, at formanden han er helt fremme. Der er ingen nemme løsninger derinde, ikke? Hvis der ikke er noget i bolden inde ved nettet, så spiller vi den væk. Og så de kan ikke... Ja. Kom så, drenge.
Så lige husk at træde ind i boldene på midtbanen.
Ja, det er meget vigtigt.
Hvis vi har nettet, hvad vi skal have, så kan vi godt komme afsted med at lægge mange bløde bolde til dem. Ja. Hvis vi lægger bløde bolde til dem, så har de ikke noget fart, de har ikke noget at slå med, de har ikke noget at komme med. De laver tit fejl på bløde bolde også. Ja. Men det er tvingende nødvendigt, at vi har nettet for at spille på bløde bolde. Ja. For ellers så står deres formand deroppe, og så bliver vi bare trykket. Så bliver vi nødt til at smide den væk. Eller trykke på den, ikke? Ja. Godt nok, kom så. Ja. Vi kan sagtens vinde det her. Kom så.
Players back on court.
17-10. Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
Paul Morton Frost and Kenneth Jonasson once again being very positive, I suspect, in that timeout. Able to enjoy a little joke. I'm not quite sure what that was about. But Paul Eric, what were they saying to the Danish players?
Talk quite a bit about the net, that it's really important that the guy who's at the net is in control in order to make the soft shots, because every time they put pressure on the shots, they will fight it back to the Chinese, and they will get even stronger. When you take the pace off the rally, sometimes they make the mistakes. So that is what they will try to do now.
2 love.
That's a great serve.
Service over. 11-19.
Very good judgment from Fu Haifeng.
1-2.
Service over. 20, Yang French, 11.
Service over.
Well, the error there from left-hander Fu Haifeng, but it's interesting to me how much CAI Haifeng is the playmaker. He's the one that always seems to rush forward and take the half chances at the net. This is a good one. Lost his patience in the end, Carsten Mogensen.
2-3.
Real threat at the net, Mathias BOE. Always waving his racket around, threatening to intercept, even if he doesn't go for the shuttle. And with the Danes, really the favoured formation is Mathias BOE going forward. And that just confirms it. Mathias BOE, 5 of the 6 winners from the front of the court. Surprised about the Chinese pair, though. Normally think of Cai Yun being the dominant player within that partnership at the front of the court.
Service over. 3-4.
That's more like the sort of form we're used to seeing from Cai Yun.
5-4.
2 interceptions. Engaged to one of the Olympic synchronized swimmers is Cai Yun.
Service fault.
Service fault is called.
5-all.
Racket not pointing in a downward direction. Yeah, good spot. Despite the athletic dive from Fu Haifeng,
6-5.
their defensive play broken down in the end. .281. Goodness me. That's just over 174 miles per hour. Hit by Carsten Mogensen. Well, we said that he had a powerful smash. That was confirmation. Yeah, pulled out of position. No, lift is wide.
7-6.
Just taking the shuttle too late because it had been a wonderful little push by the Chinese pair. Yeah, that's good judgment. Set up with a good return serve.
4-8.
Well, certainly, I think that the training camp that the Chinese players have been in, they really are fired up for tournament play, aren't they? They're playing with a real passion. Yeah, well constructed rally, the channel attacks. It's smash down the centre of the court. It narrows the angle of reply, and therefore more chance for the net player to get involved and intercept. And Mathias BOE's defensive frailties exposed in that last rally. Oh, what a return.
8-9.
10-4.
Yep. Tactical awareness. Knew where the gap was. Yeah, he really is very tactically astute.
6-10.
Smashing on Mathias BOE. They know that he is the weaker player in defence.
10-9.
My point of view is in his defence as well. You see the racket is too close to the floor. It needs to get up higher in order to get more, let's say, dangerous, because his defensive is not really working that well, that far down.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, because of course if the racket head is nearer the floor, then the only way you can hit the shuttle is in an upward direction. And if you want to change that defensive play into attacking play and block it or turn it, then the racket head has got to be high. You're absolutely right. Really expect to hit winners from the back of the court nowadays in men's doubles. Most of it is setting it up for the player at the front of the court to finish it off. Low serve is short of the mark. And therefore the Chinese pair go into the mid-game interval with a 1-point advantage. Did well to get out of the way. Well, it was a wise decision. More points won against serve.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. So, 11-10. Play.
That was very, very good defence from Cai Yun. Took the shuttle early when it was going down the centre of the court and played it cross-court. Look, he's almost standing on that centre line, moving his base position.
Eleven, 12.
Let's go!
tap of encouragement from Carsten Mogensen to his partner.
16-7.
Incredible serve. Well, he started the match with an ace on the flick serve.
14.
Another one there. And both the Danish players immediately turning and looking towards the service judge as if to say, was that legal? Dave Hinton, our service judge.
Carsten, please.
And this is very typical of this Danish pair, really taking their time, wanting to settle, refocus. I think this is the first time in the entire match that we've had more than a 2-point deficit between the two pairs. Pushed it wide, and Mathias BOE absolutely livid with himself.
16-11.
19-7.
Well, they're smashing all the time on the left-handed Dane.
17.
It's having the desired effect.
Right the court, please. Right the court, please.
Match point 7.
And certainly, if he's really uptight emotionally, as indeed he looks to be, then of course the tension in the arm translates, and then you don't have the freedom and the timing to play the defensive shot as well as being a little more relaxed, and that's perhaps contributing towards the number of errors that he's now beginning to make on that defensive play.
I think you're absolutely right. The way that they wanted so badly to do well, and then, yeah, if you don't have the relaxed movement in the muscles, then you make the mistakes.
12-17.
Well, Danish combination, I think it's absolutely essential they get a little run of points now.
Thirteen, 17.
Given away just too lamely.
30.
You've got to make your opponents fight for the points. Oh, good defense. Smash from BOE Haifeng, 272 kilometers an hour. Not the fastest smash of the match so far. 169 miles per hour. Yeah, good take by Mathias BOE.
14-19.
Well, we've seen one extraordinary comeback from a Danish player already today, Tina Rasmussen in the singles. Oh, what a shot from BOE Haifeng. I suspect we're not going to see a similar comeback from the Danes here in the men's doubles. Outright winner, glorious shot, and 6 match points. First time of asking Cai Yun of China. 40 minutes of dynamic, exciting, explosive play. And they are through to their third All-England final. Of course, champions here in 2005, beaten finalists in 2007. And now, in 2009, through to the final once again. Zhang Jun delighted with his players. Confirmation of the score, 23-21, 21-14, and 40 minutes of play.